Good afternoon, and welcome to this noontime edition of the Face of Space. I'm your space meteorologist, Megan Groh, coming to you from the National Oceanic and Atmosphere Administration Space Weather Prediction Center. It's going to be a very quiet space weather day today. Beautiful, clear day in space with no radio blackout impacts, no solar radiation storm impacts, or geomagnetic storm impacts. You can see there's about a 0% chance of those over the next 24 hours. But gentlemen, you may want to hold on to your hats, and ladies, it's going to be a bit of a bad hair day. As you can see, the solar wind speed clocking in there at 350 kilometers per second, or for you non-metric folk out there, about swift 226 miles per hour. So it's going to be quite a bit windy out there in space today. If we hop on over here and check out the northern hemisphere and chances of viewing the aurora borealis, you can see the chances over the next 24 hours start out kind of slow with about a 40% chance. But as we progress around from the hours of about 1:10 to 10 o'clock Universal Time, you can see that a majority of Canada and Alaska are in prime viewing, and maybe even parts of far northern Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota may get a sneak peek at the aurora before it starts to lessen as time goes on over the next 24 hours. Same thing over here if you look at Antarctica and the southern hemisphere, chances start out about the same. But if we click the time monitor here, you can see that they really start to strengthen over time. And you can see as it circles around Antarctica that there are going to be spots where viewing is going to be 90 to 100% in these red and orange viewing spots. And as it circles around between the hours of 5 and 7 for you folks up here, it's going to be prime viewing. So penguins and researchers up there in Antarctica, pull up a chair because viewing for the aurora australis is going to be pretty spectacular between the hours of about 1 o'clock and 7, depending on where you are. But just be sure to bundle up since I'm sure it's going to be cold in Antarctica. Hop on over and check out the big guy in the sky, the sun. You can see that the sun's doing just fine up there. If we hop on over here and check out the predicted sunspot number and radio flux, and we hone in here on July of 2020, we can see that there's a sunspot number predicted of 3.2 with a high of 10.2. And as we look at the solar cycle map, we can see that we'll hit the solar cycle minimum about 6 months from now in April of 2020. And then over the next 5 years, we will continue to climb that solar cycle till we hit our peak in July of 2025, about 5 years from now, with an estimated 150 sunspots. And then those will start to disappear and weaken again as we slide down that slope again to the solar cycle minimum later on. So all things considered, it's a great weather day out there in space. A little bit windy, so be sure to batten down the hatches and hold on to your hats. But otherwise, get out there and enjoy that weather in space today. Have a great afternoon.